Have you guys ever seen those crazy celebrity daily routines? I mean, The Rock wakes up at 4 a.m., works out, and eats 5 to 7 meals a day. And then Mark Wahlberg, on the other hand, wakes up at 2:30 a.m., cold plunges, and trains super hard. Now, these routines are insane, but this had me wondering, since so many successful people swear by their daily routines, what would happen if I developed the perfect routine for Geometry Dash players? So I searched through scientific literature and trusted experts to develop the perfect daily routine to become better at Geometry Dash over the next 2 days. And it all starts with... I woke up around 8:30 a.m. and brushed before moving on to the first step of the routine, which is eating a breakfast with a lot of fat. As in this 2013 study, it was shown that fat with breakfast led to better cognitive performance. So as I ate my breakfast, I knew I was properly fueling myself for the Geometry Dash sessions to come. Which brings us to the next step of the routine, which is doing some grounding and walking around.
Okay, so the first part of this morning routine is some grounding. So this means basically going bare feet in the ground. Wow, man, that feels so good. This is probably all blurred right now.
According to this study from 2015, grounding improves sleep and reduces stress, which is crucial to mental and physical performance. And after grounding, I went on a little walk.
Okay, time to go on a walk.
And as I went on this walk, I started to enjoy the benefits of this routine.
Honestly, it feels pretty nice to be getting some sun in the morning.
And before I knew, I was on my way back home to start the third step of my routine.
Okay, I just finished my walk, and honestly, it felt pretty good. Now we're gonna do a little workout.
According to this study, exercise can improve cognitive performance, which is critical for how well we play Geometry Dash.
Today we're doing some back and biceps, so let's get right into it.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't worked out this early in weeks. I mean, most days I usually wake up at like 12, but despite that, my performance still felt pretty good. And even though the workout was pretty short, it still felt really productive.
All right, that was a pretty quick workout, but it did feel kind of good. I wonder if starting the day with a good morning routine is gonna help me with my in-game performance.
After working out, I moved on to the fourth step of the routine, which is actually playing Geometry Dash.
Now I'm gonna be using a couple of tutorials to develop the perfect Geometry Dash routine.
And after watching a couple tutorials, I came up with the most optimal way to play Geometry Dash. The level I'm gonna try to beat over the next 2 days with my perfect routine is Aftermath. So after a quick run in practice mode, I started with the first step, which is to make sure when I'm practicing to switch start positions often. So instead of just sticking to one part, you can learn multiple parts at once. And after just a few minutes, the runs start to add up. Okay, this level's too easy, bro. But just a bit later, I recognized that I was struggling with 58%.
Yeah, no, I gotta fix this mistake almost like instantly, bro.
So what I did was step 2, which is to fix any mistakes or inconsistencies as soon as possible. And as I kept on playing, I would continue to make more progress.
Okay, what was that, 69 to 100?
And I'm not gonna lie, playing this level is really annoying. So it is crucial to stay level-headed.
Dude, I just hate... Okay, wait. We need to stay calm. We need to stay level-headed, okay?
And after a few minutes of just staying calm, I would get a run of 45 to 100%.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
And immediately after, I set a goal to grind for the rest of the session.
I think a good goal is to do 33 to 100.
And as I was grinding away, I would have a lot of dumb deaths. But I was keeping my composure for now.
Nice. Oh my god, bro.
I decided it was best if I started practicing some earlier parts, and then I eventually moved on to playing from 0.
I think I can go from 0 now.
And as the new best started to roll in,
okay, 16%. Okay, 21.
I decided it would be a good time to take a break.
We're like 45 minutes in, you know, I could take a little break.
And after a bit of dilly-dallying, I was ready to play from 0 again. But as I was playing, it was getting harder to stay level-headed. Bro, I swear, man. And even getting a new best didn't do much to help. Bro, slowly but surely, my perfect routine wasn't going as perfect as I imagined.
Again? Nah, that's... Wow, that is tough.
However, progress still ensued.
28.
After more dumb deaths, I knew I needed to take a step back.
Yeah, bro, I need a break.
So after dilly-dallying once more, I would come back and start playing from 0. And even though I would end up getting a new best, I wasn't too happy about it. My dismay, however, would not last long, as just a few minutes later, this happened.
Hey, that's good progress.
And after a couple more good runs, I would end the session for the day.
Alright, just ended stream. I mean, the progress felt pretty good. I feel like I definitely learned a lot quicker than I usually did, but I'm not sure if it's just because of my overall routine today or the actual strategies that I used. But so far, pretty good progress. I feel like I could beat this level tomorrow. Now the next step is to just do some work and chill. And there is one strategy we gotta do at night.
After doing some work, I started to wind down for the night, which is the final stage in my routine.
Okay, and the last thing we're gonna do today is lock in that sleep. This study right here highlights the importance of practice with sleep. So my routine is gonna be blocking all blue light, and then going outside for a little, you know, watching the sunset.
And as I went outside, I decided to reveal the final strategy for playing Geometry Dash optimally.
The last tip is to imagine the level and imagine the click patterns while you sleep, which is like extreme, but I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm literally gonna sleep thinking about beating Aftermath.
And as I went to sleep that night, all I could think about was Aftermath, and before I knew it, I woke up at around 9 a.m. before making some breakfast.
Alright, I'm about to make some eggs. Okay, I just finished making breakfast. We're just gonna eat, then go ground, and go on a little morning walk.
I went about grounding and walking around just like I had done the day before. I then hit a quick chest, shoulders, and triceps workout, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous because the entire credibility of this perfect daily routine depended on whether I beat Aftermath today.
Okay, I'm about to play Aftermath. I had the perfect routine, so I should play perfectly today. Last night, I literally fell asleep thinking about the click pattern of Aftermath, so hopefully it worked.
I started the Aftermath session by practicing with a bunch of start positions. And just a few minutes in, I got some good runs in. Okay, 57 to 100. And it seemed like I would have a good session today. Yeah, I'm feeling consistent. And after a couple more really good runs, I decided it was time to start playing from zero. Let's go from zero. And it wasn't too long before the first wave started to give me some problems. That wave is kinda making me mad. Bro, again? Okay, bro. Yo, I just keep dying at the wave. And when I finally got past the wave, I couldn't care less. However, after some more dumb wave deaths, this happened. It's awesome, bro. I'm gonna be honest, at this point I was fuming. I knew that my perfect routine was falling apart, but more importantly, I started to doubt my own ability. I mean, it is the worst feeling ever to be struggling on a level when you know you've been hard. But my sulking wouldn't help, as I would end up having one of the worst sessions I've ever had in the game, as I just kept on dying and dying. Okay. At this point, my perfect routine had gone out the window. Like, bro, oh my god. There's no way I've literally never died there. I knew I had to take a little break and come back later. And little did I know that this break would be the turning point for me. Why is my ship all the way up there, bro? Like, how is my ship up here, dude? Even though I had got the progress I wanted, I still wasn't satisfied. So I would take a quick break before playing some of the worst Geometry Dash I've ever played. How am I dead? How am I dead, bro? How am I dead? How am I dead? How am I dead? Oh my god, bro. And I thought a bit of doom scrolling might help, but it did literally the opposite. I'm not gonna lie, at this point I thought about just scrapping the video entirely. I mean, I expected my perfect routine to work. I expected that I would beat Aftermath in 2 days. I expected that I could try and become the perfect player. But then I remembered a time when there were no expectations.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Hello, what's up? Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome back to the channel thing.
And then I realized why I was struggling with this level so much. When I first started playing Geometry Dash, I didn't care about how many attempts it took, or how many days or weeks any level took me to beat. I only cared about playing the levels that I wanted to play. So I decided to stop playing perfectly and play not until I beat the level, but play until I wanted to stop. And the greatest lessons have a funny way of being taught, because after ridding myself of all expectations, this would happen. Bro, this level sucks so much, man.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, playing that level was horrible today. I feel like even if you try to do the perfect thing, when you put yourself on time limits for levels, bro, it just ends up always being a bad experience. Like, it's been forever since I've played like a good extreme demon, bro.